Go ahead and get started, guys. We appreciate you joining us. And today we're going to be talking about recruiting. We're really excited about what our team is doing right now. We're at 32 recruits for the month to date, and still have this weekend left before month end. So we're really excited about what we're doing. Obviously, if you can get to the point of recruiting 30 a month, there's a ton of benefits that you can have, a lot of incentives for your business and how it can grow and look in the future. So we're going to go through some of those today. I'm going to talk mainly about some just general mechanics, some simple numbers that you should focus on. And then Josh is going to talk a lot about the benefits of the recruiting, because you always got to keep that end picture in mind. So let's get right into it. Everything starts with consistency, guys. So first and foremost, you got to have a goal in mind and write it down. Like every single month, we always start the month off figuring out what we want to do this month, and sometimes even what we want to do every single 10 days. So that's getting a little more advanced and experienced, but that's something that Bruce taught us. Like a month, 30 days, 30, 31 days sometimes is a really long time for people that are starting to build some traction in their business. But first and foremost, if you're just getting started, maybe brand new in the business, always have a goal in mind of what you want to hit and what you want to accomplish, and make sure you write it down. Some people have goals, and it's funny, we ask some of our teammates, oh, what was your goal for this month? And then they take forever to say what their goal was because they forgot about it. So when you make a goal, you have to write it. A lot of people say think in ink. If you don't write it down, you're going to forget it. So with that, have a goal in mind, set the goal. Our recruiting goal this month was 40 recruits. And so we're at 32. We got a couple of days to hit it. So I think that we're definitely gonna blow through that. So we're excited about that. And we're at our record previously was only 35 recruits. So worst case scenario, we're going to at least beat that. So always start with the goal in mind, lead from the front. When you have your goals, like I said, I always focus on at least getting 5 directs a month. And so for us this month, that's where I'm at now. Sometimes when you have people that are really on it, like for example, I've gotten 10, 11 recruits in a month. Josh right now is at 8 recruits in a month. So when you look at it, if you lead from the front, hopefully the right people will follow, right? And so that's always exciting. So consistent activity is going to lead to consistent growth. So when you look at it, sorry guys, when you look at it, a lot of times people do activity here and there. Like one day somebody will go out and make 100 phone calls or get 20 prospects, or I don't know, literally just be texting, calling, Facebook, every single thing one single day. And like, yes, I got a lot of stuff done. But then you never hear anything from them for like the next 2 weeks. That's never, ever going to work in this business, guys. So if you just stick to some type of consistent activity, which is start with something simple, like getting 1 number a day and working your way up, there you're going to start to see growth. You never want to head fake yourself and say, wow, I had an amazing day. I did so much stuff today. And then expect that you're going to get a lot of results from that. So a lot of times what we think too, it's not saying different things to the same people, it's saying the same things to different people. And I think that this is funny because we're like right now, we always have to think of things that we're going to train on every single week. And Josh and I have the conversation every week. It's like, man, there's nothing else new that we can train on, because Primerica and the business is simple. It's the same concepts, the same philosophies, the same fundamentals that you just have to keep fine tuning. And if you're not recruiting and bringing new people in every day, every week, every month, then you're going to get bored, and you're going to feel like you need to make something new up all the time because you're not having new people see those same philosophies or those same fundamentals. So when you get to the point to where you are bringing in new people and having that consistent activity and consistent growth, then it doesn't matter. Like me and Josh, we can talk about the same thing every single week because we know that we're bringing in new people and new people are seeing the message, right? And the message remains the same. So just a couple of quotes here, guys. Small daily improvements are the key to staggering long-term results. So I always relate this to working out. I work out a lot. And so pretty much every day, I think we take 2 days off during the week, but when I look at it, it's like there's so many things that I can do now that like a year ago were like impossible, like push-ups. Like I could do push-ups, but like after 5, it was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do anymore. Now Mike and I can like literally do push-ups forever. I think we had one workout, I did 200 push-ups. I was like, what? Never in a million years. And I didn't have to go on my knees. Never in a million years I would have thought that I could be doing 200 push-ups in a workout. But it started from literally 12-week programs, 6-week programs of working and consistently improving on those different areas. So small daily improvements is the same thing in our business, guys. Just constantly figuring out, okay, what can I improve today? And a lot of times too, with your mentality, you got to focus on the positives every single day. What did I do right today? If you made an improvement today, focus on that. Sometimes it's like you did one thing right and like maybe 5 other things wrong, and you focus on the 5 other things wrong. What did you do today that was positive that you improved on? And then it'll start to compound out. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come eventually. So that's from the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Everybody knows him. Guys, like he's unbelievable, from being in wrestling to becoming an actor to becoming I mean, like a self-improvement guru, like just an icon in industries, working out or not. Everybody knows this guy, and he just continued to evolve throughout his career. But greatness will always come as long as you continue to be consistent. So let's get into some of the numbers, guys. Daily focus. Every single day you want to do something for your business. Every single day. There should not be a day that goes by where you haven't thought about moving your business forward. If you're serious here, if this is something that you're just kind of like, hey, let me test it out, see how it's going to go. I don't know, still kind of tiptoeing, putting your toe in the water, not fully in yet, then that's fine. But if you came here to change your life, build a business, become financially independent, not have to work anymore, change your family tree, all of those things, you got to do something every day. Like at some point, it may seem like you become obsessive, and I'm okay with that, because I'd rather put in the work now and be able to reap the rewards that Josh is going to talk about than be like, oh, okay, awesome, I'll do something here and there, here and there. No, it's not going to work. So every single day you have to do something, whatever it is. Start from scratch, something minor, and work your way up. So here's some of the daily numbers that we kind of talk about. One of them is prospecting. So one goal that you can have is to get 10 numbers a day. If you haven't gotten to the point yet to where you're consistently making phone calls every day and booking things on your own, you got to start with prospecting. Prospecting leads to everything. And you can prospect in so many different ways, so many different avenues. It could be social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You can go out and about. Like, I mean, I know COVID's going on now, but things are opening back up. People are out. And even if you're a little nervous about going out, some people still are going out and getting their groceries and their daily necessities. So at that time, you see somebody, you see that they're sharp. I mean, they're wearing a mask, you're wearing a mask, you can still talk to them, right? And so with that, reach out. If it's not out and about prospecting, talk to your warm market. There's so many ways where you can reach out, be creative. Just send a text to people. Hey, I just got licensed in a new business, and I just want to share with people what I'm doing now. Maybe you might know someone. Maybe you can see what we're doing to benefit families, and maybe you can share the information. But I'm always networking. I'm always looking for other people. I'm always looking to share the information of what I'm doing, because it changes families' lives. But you can do that. Like, it's a text message. Like, you can have that passion and call people if you want. But I mean, you can still do the same thing minimum through a text and just let people know. Like, it's crazy. And Josh told me this, and I'm like, wow, like, like when you become obsessive about the business and your goals and your activity, and you always want to be creating things, you think of anything. Like Josh literally told me, he was like, man, it was his birthday last week. And so he was like, he reached out to everybody in his phone, like hitting everybody up. Hey, it's my birthday. I just want to meet with you and show you what I'm doing. Hey, it's my birthday. It really helped. We're trying to hit a goal this month. Hey, it's my birthday. Dude, use whatever you can use to reach people. Like if it's not the favor script, whatever you can do, get in front of people. And it's always going to start with getting your 10 numbers a day, which is 70 throughout the course of the week. If you do that for 2 weeks, there's no way you shouldn't get 4 directs. You should get 4 directs from doing that. Next thing is make sure on a daily basis you have a 2-hour call blitz. Could be a 2-hour call blitz, 2-hour messaging blitz, however you guys are prospecting now, and setting meetings. You gotta do it every day. And so a lot of people nowadays in the office and through various teams are utilizing virtual office. So you want to use that, because to be honest, to sit by yourself and make the calls, nobody wants to do that. And now that we're at home, there's no office to go to. When you're at home, trust me, I feel the same way. Other things come up. You're like, oh, my office is a little dirty. Why is my stuff all over the floor? Let me go clean it up. Oh, there's dishes in the sink. Let me fix that. Let's do this. Oh, I forgot I need to go to the concierge and pick something up. And you figure out all these other things to do, and then your day goes by. So when we have these virtual offices, I know Shaq has his in the morning, Samir, me, Josh, we have ours in the morning as well. Just knock it out, get it done right away, put in an hour. Sometimes we stay on there longer than an hour, and we're just booking, calling, sending messages, just getting it done, because the longer you wait, it's probably not going to happen. A second point to that is sometimes people can't make the morning because they work. And obviously, if we're serious here, the goal is to get out of that job. So we have people on our team where we have other times for virtual offices, like a 6 p.m. Morgan calls it happy hour virtual office. We're not drinking or anything during the time, but we're still blitzing and making calls. And sometimes that virtual office has more people on it than the people in the morning. But either way, get your team together. And now we're implementing it. People are doing it on Saturday after training. It just is a lot better when you're doing it with other people. There's some accountability. You feel comfortable. You're seeing what people are doing. And then you're like, oh, let me go. Let me get it done. So plug into those virtual offices. Now, from those calls, a daily goal that Samir and Shaq has always told us to do is focus on booking 5 a day. If you book 5 a day, whether it's 5 to the webinar, 5 to the 20-minute video, just 5 meetings booked, recruiting meetings booked every single day. You'll get your 25 booked in a week. Of the 25 that you booked that week, you should be able to meet with at least 10 of them, minimum 10 of them. And from those 10, you should get a couple recruits. So focus on that daily. And then just to get started off from booking the meetings, then now you have meetings set up throughout your week. So your goal is to try to at least have one, not try, sorry, we don't say try on our team, but you should have 1 to 2 recruiting meetings daily, 1 to 2. And then eventually it's going to start to compound out. Like then we've implemented these ops. So now instead of only 1 to 2 meetings daily, it gets to the point to where Josh and I are sometimes like back to back doing meetings, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruiting meetings daily. And now we're combining it into the ops. So sometimes we have 15 people, 15 guests, 5 guests, 7 guests, just to one meeting, and it starts to grow. And that's how your recruiting numbers can start to compound over time. But just start with the 1 to 2 daily and build that consistency. Your goal eventually is to get to, a lot of people describe this different ways, but utilizing what we call the jar, the deserving jar. You know, Miguel Illich, he's $1 million earner. He started this idea, and Josh picked it up and ran with it. We started doing this probably over a year ago now, and it's unbelievable. Then Bruce caught on to it, and literally now every single day, your goal eventually is not to just do activity daily, but get a result daily. So now you're focusing on, okay, can I at least get either 1 recruit today, 1 sale today, 1 person to pass their exam today, or if none of those, at least get 3 qualified appointments. So, or qualified presentations. So it could be if I interview somebody and they're married, they have kids, that's a qualified presentation. Preferably you want to get to the point to where it's 3 QAs. But sometimes people are part-time, they only have time to do 2 appointments in the evening. So if you had a recruiting meeting that was qualified, hey, that's great too. But if you can get to the point to where in your business, every single day a result is happening, like it's going to be awesome. Like you're just going to like, I don't know, you're just going to see so many things moving forward in your business, but that's not going to happen if you're not getting your 10 numbers a day, if you're not having the 2-hour call blitz, if you're not focused on booking the 5 daily and doing your 1 to 2 meetings daily. You can't just jump to the end. You got to start with the activity and the numbers on a daily basis. So how did it come to be, guys? We're at 32 recruits month to date. Hopefully you guys like my little skeleton. It is Halloween. But with that, this is what it looks like, guys. And I'm sure when I say 32 recruits, you're like, wow, they must have a huge list of people. No, it's a couple people putting in activity, right? So when you look at it for us, Mike and I, we got 5 directs. Of our 5 directs, one of them, Carney, which is doing unbelievable right now, she has 6 directs. She got 6 directs. And through that, she got Roderick, and then Roderick got a recruit as well, which is Crystal, and then Crystal got a recruit as well. So we're starting to go deep through them. Then out of her other directs, Dylan got a recruit, Delora got a recruit, Odrine got a recruit. So through Carney alone, if you add that up, that's 11 recruits from one direct. I got 1 direct, brought in 11 recruits. Then we have Otis, a veteran, got his 1 recruit. Then Josh and Lilix killing it from the front, went out and got 8 directs. One of their directs, Ja, got 4 recruits. And then Muhammad, another direct of Josh and Lilix's, got 1 recruit. So through them, that's 8, 12, 13 recruits. And then also under Morgan on Josh's team, Sammy went out and got a recruit, Heather, and then Heather also got a recruit, Ronnie. So through that, when you add that all up, I think Josh is at 15. And so then total right now, we're at 32, guys. It's not a lot of people. It's just a couple people going out every single day doing consistent activity, recruiting activity, and then that's where the numbers come from. So when you think about it, guys, 6 months of focus and determination can put you 5 years ahead in life. Don't underestimate the power of consistency and desire. If you have the goals, you literally, and you do this work, you can put yourself ahead 5 years. If we didn't have this business, Primerica, and the opportunity and the money that we can make and the ownership that we can have, like, come on, guys. With this alone, like our lives are fast forward. If you were working a job, none of the results that Josh and the incentives that Josh is going to talk about right now, that would never happen. Number 1, or number 2, it would take us 30, 40 years of our lives. So put in the consistent activity daily and always keep in mind what you can get from it. So really excited about some of the incentives Josh is going to be talking about, things that you should be striving towards for your business. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. And Josh is going to talk about some awesome things regarding money and building a business.